Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Santuna Atira with metric number S7158. So today I'm going to show on how I answer my accounting information system individual assignment using Microsoft Access. So first of all, we need to create a new database by clicking this blank database. And I'm going to name it with my metric number S7158 ICE. And then create. So this is where we are going to fill in all the data from the question given. Start from customer, inventory, sales, and also sales inventory. And lastly, we are going to answer the question from A to I. Now, I'm going to create a table for customer first. You can click save to rename it, and I will write customer. By the way, I'm going to change the view to design view because for me it is easier for beginner like me. So the first item in customer is customer ID. The data type is short text. Next, customer name. Also, the data type is short text. City, also short text. State, short text. And last one, credit limit. And the data type for credit limit is number. So I'm going to save this and then repeat the same step for sales inventory and also sales inventory. Create new table. Save as inventory. Okay, then item ID is the short text. Description also short text. STD cost, which is standard cost, I sort it as currency, and then list price, also currency because it is a price. And later it will show RM symbol. And last item for inventory is quantity on hand. It is a number. So save it again. Create a table. Save it as this. Go to design view. The first item for sales is invoice. Invoice. The data type for invoice is short text. The next is sales date. The data type is date and time. Salesperson, short text. Customer ID, also short text. Amount is a currency. So this is all for sales. For the last one is sales inventory. Okay. Invoice, short text. Item ID also short text. Quantity is the number. And the last one is sell price, which is a currency. And then go to the datasheet view. By the way, I forgot to mention that one items you cannot sort it as different data type. For example, this invoice in sales inventory, I already sort it as short text. So for invoice in sales, I also need to sort it as short text. Now we are going to fill in all this data, and I will make it half and half so you guys also can see what am I actually doing. Start with customer first. Customer ID 1 and 2. Customer name Smith, city, units, state exact, and credit limit is 2,500. The next one, 101. Okay, done for customer. Next, we are going to fill in for inventory. Okay, next for sales. For the sales date, we need to insert a date, month, and year. October 2022. 1,000, 1,519, and let's repeat the same step. Okay, we are done for sales. By the way, this is what I mean when the data type is currency, so the RM symbol will appear here. So next, we continue to sales inventory. By the way, for sales inventory, the invoice data are repeated twice or more. But in Microsoft Access, we can fill in the same invoice more than one time. So what we are going to do is change the number to any other else number, then click design view. So this is the primary key. The function of the primary key is to keep the safety of the data. So just turn it off and then back to data sheet view. So now we can already write the invoice number more than one time. So we are done to fill in all the data. Now let's answer the question. Okay, so create, query design. Question A is asking for items that are at least 100 units in quantity on hand. So we need the table inventory and also sales inventory. Okay, you can see the connection between item ID in inventory and also item ID in sales inventory. It is because when we enter the data, we sort them in the same database. Click item ID, description, and also quantity on hand. Then we need to total them. Under this quantity on hand, we can write the criteria more than or equal to 100. And then run it. Yes, this is the answer for question A. Next, move to question B. What were the item number, price, quantity of each item sold on invoice number 103? The question is already mentioned all the items that the question needs. So we go to create again, query design, tables, and click sales inventory and also sales inventory. We actually can design it as how we want. Okay, and then just follow the question, which is we need the item ID. We can just insert either one because it's already connected. Then sale price, quantity, and also invoice. And then click total. Under this invoice criteria, open the quotes, type 103, close the quote, and then try to run. This is the answer for question B. And then save as question B. Next, we move to question C, which customer made purchase from Martinez. Provide customer name and salesperson. Show customer names only once, even if they purchase from Martinez multiple times. So, go to create again, query design, tables. The item that we want to use are in customer tables and also sales tables. So, just click customer name and also salesperson. Then we need to total because the question only wants to show customer name once. And then under salesperson criteria, open your quotes, type Martinez, and then try to run. So this is the answer for question C. Save it as question C. Question D, list invoice, sales data, salesperson, customer name, and amount for invoice whose amount is more than 1,500. Sort the amount from largest to smallest. So, create again. We just repeat the same step. Tables, customer and sales. Click invoice, sales date, salesperson, customer name, and also amount. Click total. Under amount criteria, type more than or equal to 1,500. And then just run. Oh, I forgot to sort the amount. The question asks us to sort the amount from largest to smallest, so just click. And then this is the final answer for question D. And then save as question D. Let's go to question E. So the question is, list invoice, item ID, description, sell price, list price, quantity, and compute the extension. The extension is sell price times quantity for all items sold where the sale price is different than the list price. Sort by item ID in descending order. So again, create design, tables, inventory, and sales inventory. And then click invoice, item ID, description, sale price, list price, quantity, and then lastly create the extension, open the bracket, sale price, close the bracket, times quantity. And then for item ID, sort it as descending. And for criteria under sale price, type less than, more than, open bracket, list price, close the bracket. And then try to run. Okay, so this is the answer for question E. Okay, now we move to question F. For question F, compute the profit margin for each item sold. Calculate the profit margin as sale price minus standard cost, divide by sale price. Then list invoice, sales date, item ID, sales price, quantity, and compute the profit margin. Sort by profit margin in descending order again. So go to create, query design, tables, click inventory, sales, and also sales inventory. So we can change the place because this item ID are connected to this item ID. And then click invoice, sales date, item ID, sale price, quantity, and then the profit margin. Profit margin, open the bracket, sale price, close the bracket, minus, open the bracket, STD cost, close the bracket again, then divide by sell price, close the bracket, then sort it to descending and then try to run. Make this table wider so we can see all the amount of profit margin. And this is the answer for question F. Save the query as question F. Okay, then move to question G. The question G is compute the profit for each line of the invoice. Calculate the profit as sale price minus standard cost times quantity. List invoice, sales date, item ID, sale price, quantity, and compute the profit margin again. Sort by invoice in ascending, then profit in descending order. So what we are going to do is tables, inventory, sales. Okay, then click invoice, sales date, item ID, sale price, quantity, and then compute the profit, which is profit sale price minus STD cost times quantity, close the bracket, and then sort the profit as descending and the invoice as ascending, then run. So this is the answer for question G. And then name it as question G. Next, we're almost done. There's 2 questions left. H. How many sales transactions were made in October? Name your output column as number of sales. So, go to query design. So as the question already mentioned, to name the column as number of sales, so we name it first. And then add amount. Because the question want to know how many transactions. And then go to tables and choose sales. Sales date. It is because the question already mentioned only one transaction occurred during October. Make it wider. Total. For number of sales, change the total to count, and then for sales date, where. And then for criteria under sales date, we can type between hashtag 1 October 2018 and 31st October 2018. And then try to run. Okay, this is the answer. There is only 7 transactions that occur during October. We actually can check the answer either true or not. For this question, I will show to you how can we check the answer either true or not. Okay, the answer is 7. Go to design view. We take the sales date from sales. So go to sales. Okay, this is the transaction occurred during October. As we can see, there are 7 transactions. So the answer is correct. Okay, we can save this as question H. Okay, the last question is question I. How many customers live in Arizona? List the state and count of customer. Okay, click customer, state and customer ID. Total them. For criteria under state, type AZ, which refer to Arizona, and then just run it. But I think I forgot something. For total, we can sort them to count. Okay, then run again. Yes, this is the actual answer for question I. There are 3 customers who live in Arizona. Okay, then we name it as question I. So we are done in answer all the questions from A to I. I hope everyone's enjoy watching this video and get something new to learn, especially about this Microsoft Access. For me, I love these apps because it's easier for me to find and to count on any data rather than I need to find it manually. So that's all for me. Don't forget to like my video. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.